I want to share how much I love this sauna. And over the years, there's been a lot of different things that I've tried, and yes, there are different things that work for different people, but this sauna is one of those things that has made such a massive difference, not only on my physical health, but also my mental health as well. James and I have been saunaing for probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years. I'm trying to think when we got our first sauna at the gym, but when we decided to get a sauna at home, it was a game changer. We had typically used infrared saunas, but when we got the Sunlighten sauna at home, it was the first time that we used an infrared sauna that had the full spectrum of heat therapy. So a Sunlighten sauna has near infrared, mid infrared, and far infrared. So every other sauna is just going to be far infrared, but your Sunlighten saunas have a mix of all three. Just to kind of quickly run you through the difference between all three of them, near, mid, and far, it basically describes the level of penetration that you receive from the infrared rays. So your near infrared is going to be a shallow penetration, so it's really good for skin rejuvenation, anti-aging, cell health, collagen production, and kind of anything associated to your skin. Mid-infrared is really good at circulation, so there's obviously a slightly deeper penetration for your mid, and your far infrared is responsible for detoxification. And when you blend all three of these together, basically you are receiving a better complete experience for yourself. So with the Sunlighten, one thing that I absolutely love is they have an inbuilt LCD screen in the sauna. In this LCD screen, you have 6 inbuilt functions. The reason that they've chosen these 6 functions, I believe, is because they've identified these 6 functions as the major benefits that you can receive when you're in the Sunlighten sauna. And they are detoxification, relaxation, anti-aging, cardiovascular, weight loss, and pain relief. So to run you through my favorites and the ones that I like to use, and mind you, all 6 of these programs have different combinations of near, mid, and far. So when you look at this screen, you can see an orange wavelength, you can see a red wavelength, and you can see a green or yellow one. So the cardiovascular one that I'm using at the moment has all 3 wavelengths in full effect, basically, for this sauna session, and each of those functions is going to have a different ratio, and they'll all run for a different time period to target those specific areas. So the one that I'm in at the moment is cardiovascular, and I love this one because it literally feels like a cardiovascular workout. Like after my cardiovascular session in here, I feel like my heart rate raises so much more. I feel hotter. I feel like it's a more intense sauna session. So depending on what I'm in the mood for will depend on which session that I choose. Today I felt like cardiovascular. I did a session this morning, but I was supposed to ride my bike for an hour this afternoon, and I ended up having to leave the gym, so I didn't get to do my cardio session. So I'm using this sauna as a bit of a double whammy, and to get in some cardio as well. Weight loss, obviously I'd say that's probably my second favorite function. So they've done studies and they've shown that a 30-minute sauna session can burn up to 600 calories. So what the sauna does is it basically increases your core temperature, and then as the body tries to cool it down, it's utilizing energy to try and bring that temperature down. So by using that energy, you are burning calories, and essentially burning calories is going to help with weight loss. This can be an awesome addition to anyone that's trying to lose some weight. And then the final reason for me using the Sunlighten saunas is detoxification. The Sunlighten sauna was engineered to vibrate at a certain level so that the wavelengths would actually penetrate the water in our bodies, and in doing so they would release some of the toxins within the water in our bodies. So exercise sweating is actually different to sauna sweating, and the benefits that you're going to get from the sauna and from sweating in the sauna is 100% unique to the sauna. So even if you do exercise, having a sauna session as regularly as you can is going to help you get an even better level of detoxification. Another reason that I really like the Sunlighten saunas over traditional saunas is a couple of different reasons. So obviously we spoke a little bit about the infrared heat. Infrared heat is pretty much the invisible heat that you get from the sun. So as opposed to conventional saunas or the steam saunas where you throw water on the hot rocks, that is literally just heat coming at your face, whereas the infrared heat is the heat that you kind of, it's almost like it feels like it's coming from the inside out. Like it's like the sun heat. It feels like it's thawing you out. It's penetrating you nice and deep, whereas the hot rocks, it's just like coming at your face, and it's only going to get a very superficial benefit to how far the heat can go as opposed to the infrared ones. Other thing that I love about infrared saunas is that you can completely tailor the programs to suit you. So they not only do they have those 6 programs that we spoke about before, but there is an option for you to completely tailor program to suit you. A massive thing for me was when I first started, I could not handle the heat. So I'd go to these conventional saunas in a gym or whatever, and I'd be in there for 10 minutes and I couldn't breathe, and it was stressing me out so much. And the whole idea of these saunas is to relax. And so I found that I had to keep going in and out because I wasn't able to withstand the heat. Whereas the Sunlighten saunas, you have a complete ability to set the temperature to whatever makes you feel comfortable. And over time, I've managed to build it up. Like right now, I'm currently sitting in 55 degrees. The only reason it's 55 is because I had to open the door to bring my camera in. Also surprised that my camera is still working, not complaining. But it will normally go anywhere from 60 to 70. So it's capped at 70. Anything above that, and I find that I start to get stressed out, and I feel like it's not the relaxation benefits that I'm after. So at the moment it's sitting at 55, but when I first started it was at about 40, 45, and now I've managed to bring it up to about 60, 65. So having the ability to adjust the heat for what I feel like, and also some days I just don't feel like sitting in extreme heat, but I still want to get those benefits, so I bring it down just a little bit. Having the ability to customize the time, customize which wavelengths I want as well, although I don't find that I do that very much, because if I come in here and I think, oh, my skin feels really congested, I'd really like to get some of the benefits of the near infrared, I'll just put it on the anti-aging function, and I know that those functions are inbuilt with, you know, those goals in mind. So I generally just choose whatever I want from the function. I try and sit in the sauna at least 3 times a week. I have like a list of things that I like to do. I try to float once a week. I try to sit in the sauna at least 3 times a week. I have my exercise regime that I try to stick to as well. Keeping in mind this doesn't happen every week, but it's definitely something that I have found to be so beneficial for me on a weekly basis. Now, we've spoken about the physical benefits. Mentally, there's something about being inside here that is so calming. It's like a haven away from stress, and even though it's in my house and it's still, you know, it's not going on holiday, it still feels like I'm retreating into a space where I can look after myself. I'm fully aware of the health benefits that I'm getting from this, so I guess, you know, maybe it's a placebo, but it makes me feel better about doing it. And it's just a nice relaxing space. I love the LCD screen that's in the Sunlighten sauna, so you have the ability to flick through a bunch of different apps. It's basically like an Android system, so you've got YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, Chrome, Pandora, so you can listen to music, Facebook if you want to go on social media. They even have a DVD player in there, but I don't know anyone that uses DVDs anymore. My favorite thing to do is listen to podcasts. I love to come in here and learn. So and then when I finish, I just always feel better. Like I always feel happier. I know that if I feel like I'm starting to get really stressed, like for me physically, my chest feels tighter, my breath gets shallower. I know that as a strategy, if I sit inside the sauna, close my eyes, listen to a podcast, even watch Netflix, I know that I will come out half an hour, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever I choose to do later, and feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So mentally for me, this is kind of my meditation. I've never quite been able to get into a routine with meditation. Floating and saunas help me create that space where I feel like I'm getting away from the stresses of everyday life. I'm getting the health benefits from it as well, and I'm also taking the space just to chill out, because we all need to, you know, figure out what it is where we're able to kind of go to another place. Exercise is great, but exercise is encouraging our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight system. Super good, but we need to also be engaging our parasympathetic nervous system. So for me, floating, stretching, saunas, if they're not too intense, is my way of chilling out.